G'day cocktail lovers, the barrel aging odyssey continues. I'm always on the lookout for some really boozy cocktails that have really distinct flavors because I think that works best with this whole barrel aging process. Most recently I found one called the Rosina. I found this recipe on the Difford's website and it's very interesting. It had Dubonnet, so the recently deceased Queen of England, maybe would have liked it. It has gin, which she also would have liked, but it has mezcal, which I thought was a very interesting twist. So that's what I went for. If you're going for a single serve, you would do 45 mils of Dubonnet, ounce and a half, but because I'm making over a litre of this for my barrel, I used 600 mils of Dubonnet. Again, for a single serve, you'd use 1 ounce or 30 mils of gin, but for my barrel, there's 400 mils of gin going in. And for a hint of smokiness, in a single serve you do half an ounce, 15 mils of mezcal, and for the barrel, 200 mils of mezcal goes in. As an optional extra, 1 dash of fruity bitters is recommended. I did about 10 to 12 dashes into my barrel. After 3 weeks in the barrel, I decanted. Now I saved some. This was never put in the barrel, and this is straight out of the barrel. Maybe I shouldn't have put ice in here. Maybe I should have stirred them on ice. I think the ice is confusing it. I think, as per usual for a barrel-aged cocktail, it's slightly darker, but it's a beautiful colour you get from the Dubonnet, actually. But now, in terms of tasting, the unaged one has a nice fruitiness from the Dubonnet and just the smoke coming under, the real sort of barbecue meat flavour going in there. Don't want to put vegetarians off, but that's always what mezcal reminds me of, the smoked meats. Barbecue smoke, but in a nice way. Now to see if there's any noticeable difference in the barrel-aged one. Wow, that is interesting to me. That's actually reduced the smokiness. The barrel-aged one is actually slightly sweeter than the one that's not barrel-aged. The reason I find that most surprising is because the inside of the barrels are charred. They were new when I got them and they have since had quite a few different things in them, so a little exotic flavours on. I'm surprised that it's less smoky after being in the barrel, and it's just slightly sweeter. They're both very interesting drinks. The wine-based Dubonnet and the gin come together in sort of a lighter Manhattan vibe, and just with that smokiness from the mezcal giving it body and earthiness. And yeah, then when I've barrel aged it, slightly less smoky, slightly sweeter because of the things I've had in the barrel. All in all, a good sort of boozy drink. I shall have to remember to dilute this because I didn't add water to the barrel. I tend to keep these in the fridge when I'm done with them, and I need to remember they're supposed to be diluted, and if I take them chilled out of the fridge and put them on ice, they're not going to dilute the amount they're meant to. These were at room temperature, so I stirred them in the glass, so I probably got the appropriate level of dilution. Very tasty. Yet again, the barrel does some interesting things to the drink. This is one more to the repertoire. So I hope you'll join me again for adventures both inside and outside of barrels, and I get to toast myself now. Cheers!